This is the Samsung Galaxy A23. Now let's first celebrate the fact that there is a charger in the box, the headphone jack is still here, and this looks like an upgrade in a couple of ways from its predecessor. But a TFT display? Come on Samsung. I'm Izzy and welcome to the channel. Now let's get started. So the Samsung Galaxy A23 alongside the higher A series was launched last week, and compared to the A22 from last year, this looks like a good upgrade. That is if we decide to ignore the fact that Samsung opted for a TFT display instead of the AMOLED we got on the A22 and some camera downgrades. From all indications, however, those might just be the only downgrades depending on whether or not you prefer AMOLED displays. Also, it looks like there's no OIS on the camera this time, but we'll get to that later. The Samsung Galaxy A23 is priced around the same as its predecessor, costing 119,000 naira for the base version and comes in just two options for this region, both with 4 gigs of RAM and either 64 or 128 gig of internal storage, which is thankfully expandable. And as for the RAM, we get RAM Plus and can either extend it by 2 or 4 gig. So that 4 gig base RAM may not be a bother, as I think it has enough backup. As you can probably already tell from the box, it contains more than just the device. Yeah, there's a charger in the box unlike the A53, so that's a good one. It's a 15 watts charger though, but the A23 actually supports up to 25 watts fast charging. So if you have a 25 watts charger, you can use that for super fast charging. There's no case in the box, nor is there a pre-installed screen protector. The design of the Samsung Galaxy A23 looks a lot similar to the higher A series for this year, particularly in its rear design. While it looks very similar to the A53's rear design, it has a different finish. It is a glossy finish on the rear, so expect smudges and possibly easy scratches. It has its ports and buttons in typical position with the fingerprint scanner side mounted on the power button, and it's reliable to unlock your device anytime you need it to. It supports dual 4G nano SIM cards, and there's an extra slot for an SD card. There's no stereo speakers here, only a bottom firing mono speaker. You could call this a design upgrade from its predecessor, and that's welcome, but for size, it is a bigger device than the A22, actually even taller than the A53. This comes at 6.6 inches, and compared to the A22 which came at 6.4 inches, you may only appreciate the bigger size if you prefer a bigger display. Speaking of display, like I mentioned earlier, we get an upgrade in resolution, but a downgrade in display quality. It's a 1080p TFT display with a water drop notch style for its selfie camera. I'm not sure who asked for a TFT display, but I think I speak for most when I say while we appreciate a higher resolution display, we would have preferred it remain AMOLED. The A22 of last year had a really good AMOLED display, pretty much the best in its class, but here we are with a TFT display. It looks decent and shouldn't bother you if you don't care about the display material, as long as it looks good enough and serves its purpose. There's also a welcome upgrade in the display department though, as the spec sheets say it's a tougher Gorilla Glass 5 protected display. That doesn't mean you should go dropping it on hard surfaces though, it can still break. Still on the display department, the A23 maintains a 90Hz high refresh rate display, and the performance so far is fluid. More time with this of course will tell how stable it is. Unlike the higher A series, the A23 does not have IP67 water and dust resistance, so you might want to be careful about dropping it in water. The Galaxy A23 falls in the same price category as the Redmi Note 11, and they actually have the same processor, so it should make for an interesting comparison. You can definitely look forward to that. The A23 is powered by the Snapdragon 680 processor, which we can probably consider a good upgrade to the MediaTek Helio G80 from the A22. It's a 6nm processor and has good benchmark scores comparable to the Redmi Note 11. It doesn't support 5G, so keep that in mind if you actually need 5G. In a later review, I'll test just how good it is on gaming and other intensive activities, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that. On software, the A23 comes with Android 12 and One UI 4.1, the actual One UI 4.1 and not the core version like its predecessor, which means we get features like secure folder, smart view, but sadly no screen recorder and also no smart widgets. We can also expect software support up to 3 years for this. Not sure if it gets up to 4 years like the A53, but I think we can be certain of up to 3 years. The A23 gets a 5000 mAh battery, and like I've already mentioned, it supports 25 watts fast charging but comes with a 15 watts fast charger. Another upgrade on the A23 is NFC. If you use Samsung Pay or other NFC related things, this is an upgrade you'll definitely appreciate. The Samsung Galaxy A23 has seen some downgrades in the camera department. It's a quad rear setup of a 50MP main camera, no OIS like its predecessor, 5MP ultra wide, which is a downgrade from the 8MP one on the A22, 2MP macro and 2MP depth sensor. The selfie camera has also seen a downgrade from 13 to 8MP. From the pictures I've taken so far, it seems to do a decent job on both its selfie and rear cameras. This has only been with me less than 2 days, so I have a few picture samples. I'll definitely test the camera more for my full review and also probably try Gcam. Since there's no OIS, we can only rely on software for its image stabilization on video. 1080p 30fps is its video capability on both selfie and rear cameras. Compared to the A22, the Samsung Galaxy A23 looks like a good upgrade in most areas except the display and cameras. I'll be using this more for the next couple of days so I can give a more detailed review on its performance and definitely a comparison with the similarly priced Redmi Note 11. If you got questions on the device or anything you'd like to see for the full review, please leave a comment. I'll definitely respond. Do hit the thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and also consider subscribing to the channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss my full review. Peace.